And you know how they say the wife always knows? I swear to God, I did not. I did not. And people say, "Well, of course you know." No, I really didn't. Now, it's not like we hadn't had arguments or anything, but I didn't think that it was in such disrepair that he was boinking around. I did not. I did not think that.
When, if you were happy, do you think it shifted for you?
Well, I mean, hindsight is always 2020. I always say if I was writing a book, the first line in my book would be whack, the sound of a tennis ball. And she said, "Nice shot, Bill." And the way she said it, there was such a intimacy in her voice that the hair stood up on the back of my neck. And I thought, why am I feeling that way? It was weird. Why am I? Because she was married too. We were married. We both had two little kids. So our kids were friends. The spouses were friends. But there was something about the way she said, "Nice shot, Bill," that and then I looked and I thought, did I see them looking at each other? And when I asked him in the car, "What are you talking about?" They try to gaslight you, by the way. "What are you talking about?" And so he goes, "Absolutely not." So I did think, oh, you're just overreacting to what? But I did have a visceral reaction to that. That said, I still didn't think anything. And Oprah always says, sometimes you get a whisper, and then when you ignore the whisper, then it becomes a little pebble, and then you ignore the pebble, and next thing it keeps growing, and then you have a full-blown catastrophe. Mine was I came home and caught him unexpected. I wasn't due home. So, but people say, the therapist said, it probably had to be that extreme for you to believe it. Because if you had caught them and they weren't buck naked, Alex, in my friggin' towel, if you hadn't seen it, he might have said, "Oh,